High-speed rail in Turkey. The Turkish State Railways TCDD started building high-speed rail lines in 2003. TCDD has branded its high-speed service as Yüksek Hızlı Tren YHT, which currently operates on two lines, the Ankara-Istanbul High-Speed Railway and the AnkaraKanye High-Speed Railway. YHT is the only high-speed rail service in Turkey, with two types of new train models operating at speeds of up to 250 km/h 65,000 or 300 km/h 80,000. On 13 March 2009, the first phase of the Ankara-Istanbul high-speed railway entered service between Ankara and Eskişehir. On 25 July 2014, the Ankara-Istanbul high-speed railway services began to reach the Pendik railway station on the Asian side of Istanbul, and on 13 March 2019 the services began to reach the Halkalı railway station on the European side of Istanbul, passing through the Marmaray railway tunnel under the Bosphorus strait. There were initially 6 daily departures in both directions. On 23 August 2011, the YHT service on the AnkaraKanye high-speed railway was inaugurated. High-speed rail in Turkey is still developing, with new lines currently under construction or in the planning phase. By 2023, the Ministry of Transport and Infrastructure expects Turkey's high-speed rail system to increase to 10,000 kilometers. Lines in operation: Ankara-Istanbul high-speed line. Prior to the introduction of the high-speed line, the population centers of Istanbul 14 million and Ankara 5 million were connected by a 576 km long railway line, of which only 110 km was double-tracked. The whole line was electrified, but low radius turns and poor track quality made high-speed rail transport impossible. Prior to the upgrading of this line in 2006, the railway's market share of Istanbul-Ankara passenger transit was 10%, with a travel time of till 6.5 hours. The Ankara-Istanbul HST line opened on 25 July 2014, although with all trains terminating at Pendik, which is 1 hour by bus from Kadıköy in the eastern suburbs of Istanbul. There are 12 trips per day, and the journey takes 3.5 hours. All trains stop at Eskişehir and Izmit. Design and construction. The first high-speed railroad built in Turkey connects the country's largest metropolises, Ankara, the capital and conurbation of Istanbul, via Eskişehir, with a junction at Polatlı to the AnkaraKanye high-speed line. The line is 533 km long, double-tracked, electrified, and signaled to ETCETRA's Level 1 standard, and is independent of the original Ankara to Istanbul line. The design speed is 250 km/h. The first part of the line to be constructed, Phase 1, was the Ankara-Eskişehir section, specifically between Sincan and İnönü, scheduled to open in 2006. The second phase was scheduled to open in 2008 and included more difficult terrain, which covers the path between İnönü and Koskoy, extending to Gebze close to Istanbul. The service in this line is expected to start on 25 July 2014. A part of the route has not been completed yet by the time of opening, so conventional line will be used until the completion of the project. Operation and rolling stock. The Ankara to Eskişehir section officially opened on 13 March 2009. The line is operated by the Turkish State Railways, using the TCDD H65,006 car train sets constructed by the Construcciones y Auxiliar de Ferrocarriles CAF of Spain. On 13 November 2009, a high-speed train derailed near Eskişehir. On 25 July 2014, Istanbul-Ankara high-speed train service started. The stretch has not completed yet, thus service is partially using conventional line, which causes a little longer trip than the target. 8 trains depart every day in both directions. Final station in Istanbul is temporarily Pendik, a district in east of Istanbul. Several public transport connections are organized to access the HST trains. In addition to 11 sets of CAF used in Ankara-Eskişehir, and AnkaraKanye routes, TCDD had bought 7 Siemens Veloro sets for the Ankara-Istanbul line, opened by the end of 2013. TCDD had also opened a new tender for 106 new sets to be supplied in 5 years and used in new added lines. This tender was cancelled and redone in 2018. AnkaraKanye high-speed line. The second high-speed line construction project in Turkey was a line from Polatlı on the Ankara to Istanbul line to Konya. Prior to the construction of the line, journeys between Ankara and Konya took over 10 hours, traveling from Ankara via Eskişehir and Afyon, with a total length of nearly 1,000 km. The new high-speed line is 306 km in length, with a journey time of 1 hour and 15 minutes. 212 km of new track is constructed via Polatlı and Konya, with a design permitting up to 350 km/h of high-speed rail transport. Etc. Level 2 will be used. Construction was split into 2 phases. Phase 1 was the 100 km section, and Phase 2 was the 112 km section between Polatlı and Konya. The line includes a tunnel of 2030. The first test train ran in December 2010. Revenue services began on 24 August 2011. Currently, same CAF trains which are used on Ankara-Eskişehir line are running on this line with 250 km/h maximum speed. In the future, TCDD will procure 6 more sets with up to 350 km/h. The journey time between the two cities AnkaraKanye is 1.5 hours, dropping to 1 hour and 15 minutes in the future. Previously, the journey time was 10 hours and 30 minutes. There are 10 trains a day, though this will rise to 1 per hour in the future. Lines under construction and planning phase. AnkaraSevi's high-speed line. More than half of the budgeted investment has been done by 2014 and is planned to open in late 2021. Prior to the construction of the high-speed line, the railway line length between Ankara and Sivas was 602 km, primarily single-tracked, with a travel time of 12 hours. New travel time will be 2 hours and 51 minutes. The new high-speed line will be double-tracked and have a length of 465 km eastwards from Ankara to Sivas via Kırıkkale, Yerköy and Yozgat, and constructed for the most part to the same 250 km/h operational design as the previous lines. The infrastructure includes 6 viaducts with a total length over 3 km, 11 tunnels including one of tilde 3 km in length. A 2019 update predicted service in 2022, 3 years behind schedule due to geographic difficulties, but the now has returned to the prior opening date of 2020 summer. The route study was completed by the end of 2006 and put up for tender in 2 parts, separated at the 174 km mark from Ankara at Yerköy. Sivas Kars line. An extension eastwards to Kars from the Ankara-Sivas line is planned. A feasibility study done in 2006, passing through Erzincan and Erzurum. The line is expected to be built in 3 phases. It will be electrified and double-tracked based on the 250 km/h standard. Sivas-Erzincan line construction will start in 2018. Ankara-İzmir high-speed line. The project has recently started and was originally planned to be completed by the summer of 2020. The line will pass through Afyon to meet the high-speed line from Ankara to Istanbul near Polatlı. It will have a length of 624 km, with a projected running speed of 250 km/h. The travel will take 3 hours and 30 minutes. The line is scheduled to be finished and operational by 2020. The construction of line is planned in 3 phases. High-speed train sets and production facilities. Trevi ETR 500 test trains. The first high-speed trains to run on Turkish rails were 2 ETR 500 train sets rented from Trenitalia of Italy and were used for testing the completed part of the high-speed railway network between Eskişehir and Ankara on 23 April 2007. During the tests, ETR 500 achieved the current rail Siemens Veloro TR. The Veloro TR TCDD H80,000 is a Veloro-derived 8-car standard-gauge high-speed train for the Turkish State Railways TCDD. The 8 cars, totaling a length of 200 m, can accommodate 519 passengers and reach a top speed of 300 km/h. 25 kV 50 HC AC power the train, with a total of 8 MW. Turkish State Railways TCDD placed an order for 7 Veloro high-speed train sets in July 2013. The contract is worth EUR 285 m, including 7 years of maintenance. The Veloros are to be deployed on the Turkish high-speed railway network. The first Siemens Veloro TR entered service in 2014. On 18 February 2015, TCDD ordered another 10 Veloro TR for delivery in 2017. The EUR 400 m contract include the first 3 years of maintenance and spare parts. Unlike the traditional white-red-dark-blue color scheme used on the TCDD H65,000 high-speed trains, a white turquoise-gray color scheme has been selected for the livery of TCDD's Veloro TR trains. Eutum. Eutum, alternatively Hyundai Eutum, is a joint enterprise between Hyundai Rotem of South Korea and Tuvasas of Turkey, which was established in 2006 and started production in December 2007. The Hyundai Eutum factory in Adapazarı, Turkey, was built as the Hızlı Tren Fabrikası high-speed train factory with the purpose of manufacturing the next generation of Turkey's high-speed train sets. Notes and references.